Hello, viewers. Today, we are diving into the world of scarcity. If have not seen our previous videos about definition, scope, difference between positive and normative economics, difference between deductive and inductive reasonings, I encourage you to go back and watch it now. If you are new to the channel and want to learn more about economics and other subjects, hit the subscribe button. Have you ever found yourself standing at the crossroads of multiple options, unsure of which path to take? What was your decision, and did you ever ponder the economic implications of that choice? Now, let's tackle the concept of scarcity. What do you think it means? And is it different from a shortage? We'll unravel these economic mysteries together. Defining scarcity. Scarcity, my friends, is the heartbeat of economics. It's the fundamental economic problem that every society grapples with. Imagine a world where everything you desire is abundant. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, that's not the reality. Scarcity hits us hard, reminding us that our wants are limitless, but our resources are limited. Distinguishing resources. Free resources. Sunshine, a beautiful example of a resource so abundant that it's essentially free, as the amount available exceeds our desire for it at zero cost. Scarce economic resources. Now, let's talk about the real players, scarce resources. These are the ones we crave but are in limited supply. The productive resources such as land and other natural resources, skilled labor, raw materials, capital equipment and entrepreneurship are limited in supply. Land resource includes land and other natural resources while labor refers to the physical or mental effort of people. Capital represents the set of goods produced for use in the production other goods but not for direct consumption. Entrepreneur ability again is the sprite and effort to start, organize and run business. These resources are scarce since total amount of demand for them is greater than total supply at zero price level. These scarce resources result in scarce amount of goods and services. Scarcity justifies existence of economics is a scientific study that otherwise would have been unnecessary. Remember, scarcity isn't the same as shortage. Scarcity is the constant, universal challenge of limited resources against insatiable wants. Shortage, on the other hand, is a specific, short-term hiccup when we can't get what we want at the current price. The problem of scarcity of resources to satisfy human wants leads to the basic economic problem of choice as to what goods and services should be produced, how they should be produced, and for whom should they be produced. Hence, an economy has to solve these central economic problems if it is to meet its purpose. These problems are explained in some detail below. Let's unravel the mysteries surrounding the three fundamental queries every society must answer. What to produce? In the grand marketplace of life, societies face the first question: what shall we make with our limited resources? It's like being in a candy store but realizing you can't have everything. Do we create more toys, build more homes, or perhaps focus on defense? Choices, my friends, are the heart of this matter. The combination of goods produced depends on circumstances and goals, creating a unique blend for each economy. Scarcity implies the society cannot have all the goods and services that it would like to have. This in turn compels to decide which goods and in what quantities are to be produced. The society would have to choose what consumer and capital goods and what amounts of consumer and capital goods should be produced. In particular, the society faces a range of goods and services such as cars, schools, houses, nuclear bombs, rice, machinery, lipsticks, and haircuts and must determine what amount of each chosen good or service should be produced. How to produce? Once we've decided what to make, the next question arises: how do we create these wonders? It's the technique tango. Picture this: for every product, there are different ways to make it. This economic problem implies what combination of resources, production technology, should be utilized to get the best out of the resources. Usually, there exist various alternative techniques of producing a commodity and the society has to opt among the alternative production techniques involving various degrees of capital and labor intensity that result in the most efficient outcome. It's the eternal dance between labor-intensive techniques, more people, and capital-intensive techniques, more machines. Choosing the right technique ensures the best use of limited resources. For whom to produce? Now, imagine our economic orchestra playing the third tune, for whom to produce. It's not just about creating goods, it's about sharing the bounty. Should the fruits of our labor be enjoyed by a select few or spread among the masses? An economy aiming for maximum benefit would first focus on necessities for everyone before diving into the luxury goods pool. Having explained the central economic problems, let's proceed with how actually these problems are solved. There are two main methods of the market price mechanism and economic planning to solve the central problems. In the former, the free play of the forces of demand and supply decide what and how much, how and for whom should be produced. The demand for and supply of goods, services and factors of production determine the price, quantity and distribution of inputs and goods and services among individuals of the society. In the later, the central planning authority decides what, how and for whom should be produced. In such an economy, capital and property are collectively owned, government organizes production and consumers lose freedom of consumption.